We come not to preach to you, the sermon is in the songs.
Wow, it's so good to be here. I remember when we came to Salem in 1970, and there were 500 people here. It was a huge church. And during the next, I don't know how long it was when this sanctuary was built, but it was just huge. And of course, there was a balcony back there. And then I came in today, I thought, oh, it doesn't look as big as it used to look. Oh, it's great to be here. Okay, I am going to read you some stories because Ted and Jean like to rest their throats. And since I'm the only one left, because Edna's there aggressively playing the piano, you have me to tell you some stories. These stories are taken from Ted's book, which he wrote when he was 82 years old. And, and this one is about Clara. Yes. Oh no, it's true. Just a minute. I'll get the right one. Clara. Right here. And the title of this little reading is Humor Helps. The first time I met Clara, this is Ted speaking, I was reminded of the Bible verse that says, judge the beauty of her faith, not the beauty of her face. Proverbs 31:30. In Clara's case, she had a distorted jawline on the left side of her face. At first sight, that feature was noticeable. But the more I visited Clara, well, Clara was just Clara. Her positive attitude about life made her a beautiful person. She became the bingo lady at our monthly senior adult program called Drop-In. This 3-hour program was designed as an outreach to the senior community. This is in Dayton, Ohio. It included activities like Bosie Ball, indoor croquet, line aerobics, video theater, Bible and current events, special speakers, entertainers, and a church kitchen cooked lunch for 80 to 120 people. Doesn't that sound fun? During the last years of her life, Clara experienced terrible shoulder pains, and the doctors, well, they couldn't cure it. She needed assistance in her house that had become too big for her to manage, so more and more she wound up in the hospital. She never wanted to move out of her house, of course, but one day when she was leaving the hospital after a short stay, her family took her directly to a beautiful, independent living facility and placed her in a lovely, comfortable apartment. It needed to happen, but she was heartbroken. A week later, I called on her, and, several days later, I visited her, and her daughter greeted me at the door. Clara was in her bedroom, on her bed, pouting. I went in and said hi, said a prayer, and left. A week later, I called on her again, and this time, she was sitting on the couch in the living room. She was complaining, but I said hi, had a prayer, and left. The third time I visited her, she was on the couch, but this time she was busy scheduling the many things she wanted to do that week, which included bingo. Her humor was back. I started calling her the joke lady. Why? Because every Sunday morning she would hand me a joke that she'd written out longhand on a piece of paper. Clara had the joy of Jesus, the hope of heaven, and enough humor to get her through the highs and lows of life. I include the last 2 jokes she handed me. Ted is going to read one of those jokes to you. But the little summary statement at the end of this page says, rejoice with those who rejoice, weep with those who weep, and laugh with those who laugh.
This is Clara's first joke. Never ask Grandma. During the trial in a southern town, the prosecuting attorney called his first witness, a grandmotherly, elderly woman, to the stand. He approached her and asked, "Mrs. Jones, do you know me?" She responded, "Why, yes, I know you, Mr. Williams. I've known you since you were a young boy, and frankly, you've been a big disappointment to me. You lie, you cheat on your wife, you manipulate people, and you talk about them behind their backs. You think you're a big shot when you haven't the brains to realize you will never amount to anything more than just a 2-bit paper pusher." "Yes, I know you." The lawyer was stunned. Not knowing what else to do, he pointed across the room and asked, "Mrs. Jones, do you know the defense attorney?" She again replied, "Why, yes, I do. I've known Mr. Bradley since he was a youngster. He's lazy, bigoted, and he has a drinking problem. He can't build a healthy relationship with anyone, and his law practice is one of the worst in the entire state, not to mention that he has cheated on his wife with 3 different women, one of them being yours." The judge asked both counselors to approach the bench, and in a hushed voice said, "If you 2 idiots ask her if she knows me, I will send you to the electric chair." Well, don't you know that in the days of old sing and